Alright guys, it's time to talk about BNB on the channel for the first time in quite some time, guys. If I go back, it's been about 4 months since I did a dedicated video to BNB. Now, that was actually back here on the 8th of April of 25, guys. So, yeah, we're talking about a time where it closed at, what, $553. Now, we find ourselves $853, so we're exactly $300 above that at this moment, guys. And this has just been quietly making moves. There haven't been any real mega moves by BNB. As you see, there's not so large candles, kind of like this. Okay, this is kind of a big move here. It's about, what, almost a $50 move, but we don't have many of those. Most of these candles are just, several dollars a day almost, so really, guys, BNB is one of the best coins, I think, in my opinion, to hold. This is my top holding, guys. And yeah, we actually hit a new all-time high today. And according to Binance here, it's $870.14. So things are looking up, guys. I do think, I'm going to go ahead and make this prediction. I'm still sticking with the fact that I think it's going to $1,500 to $2,000 in that range, guys, for the top. Now, jumping over to the volume profile of BNB, guys, you can see that the point of control is down, way down at like $20.31, as it says right here, guys. And if you bought it there, congratulations. That was an excellent buy. I wish I bought it there, guys. Unfortunately, my average is probably in the low 200s or so. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. At least I have some. Now, if we look at this, the next point of control was basically back here. I kind of marked this off with this little box. Now, you can see there was a lot of struggle here. If I expand this out, you can see, yeah, we did fight this a lot. But the last time we hit it was back in June. And looks like we got a pretty big bounce since then. I don't think we're going to come back to this box anytime soon. Yeah, like I said, I do think, the top of this bull run is going to be probably $1,500 to $2,000. And that's going off this Fibonacci, really. If we look at this Fibonacci, it says that the top is up here maybe at like 2,600. But in my opinion, I would say, I would be happy with 1,500 to 2,000. I think that would be a reasonable place to start taking profit. If you want to wait to the top of the Fibonacci, you can. But there's no guarantee it's going to make it that high, of course. Now, jumping over to the Bollinger Bands, guys, you can see that we got a pinch basically back in like December of 23, November of 23, so that resulted in this run up here, guys. Now, if I'm taking a look at this, it's not really getting any pinch here, at least on a weekly time frame. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, let's zoom in here. I know it's really hard to see with all these lines and things. Basically, in May, it kind of got that pinch, and it had that little run up. But it's been really consistently, as wide, pretty much all the way back to that point. So nothing really going on, at least with the daily and weekly Bollinger Bands, I would say. We can jump over to the month and take a look. Maybe on the monthly it could be, but it doesn't actually look like it really. This line is coming up pretty heavily here, but the top line up here is trying to avoid it. So again, really nothing going on, guys, with the Bollinger Bands, I would say. That's not the result of the upside. Now, jumping over to the RSI and stochastic here, we do have a little bit of problem coming up on the monthly. It's not overheated just yet on the stochastic, but it's getting very close, guys. So that's actually interesting to see. I actually didn't think it would be that close, in my opinion, but the RSI is actually overheated. Now, on a weekly time frame, this is already coming down here on stochastic, and the RSI is coming up, but it's still in neutral territory. So kind of a mixed signal, but it's in neutral territory, both of these. But this is heavily pointed to the downside. But again, it's at this point where maybe it makes this turn back, kind of like it did here. So it's possible. Anything's possible. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily actually on both is overheated. So this is getting interesting. I didn't imagine that BNB would be so overheated, but 4-hour time frame, yeah, just getting out of the overheated territory with the RSI here. Stochastic, actually, the blue line has just crossed the red line to the downside. It just got out of being overheated. So now the 1-hour time frame, coming up, just avoided being oversold basically. And the RSI a little bit flat at the moment, but right in the middle. So that time frame maybe looks the best so far, but it's a really low time frame. And the 15-minute time frame, again, getting overheated here on stochastic, and RSI kind of flat. So guys, unfortunately, this probably looks like it wants to cool down. I mean, let's put this on a 4-hour time frame here. We do have a test of this trend line in the last 4 hours. And yeah, I don't expect to really break above this Fibonacci, you know, unless all of those time frames really reset. So it's probably going to take at least a few days, I would say, before it really starts to pump again. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD, guys, and it looks pretty good on a monthly time frame. The blue line has just avoided crossing this red line, and it continues to the upside. We do have two green, actually dark green candles after getting a tiny little red candle right here. And the weekly time frame, it actually looks pretty good. Again, pointed to the upside. We do have this green period here, and probably going to grow if I would guess. Now, on a daily time frame, yeah, we do have a blue cross of the red line here. And yeah, the three dark green candles right here signal that, yeah, we are just going to see upward momentum. But again, on the RSI and the stochastic, guys, it does look like it needs to cool down just slightly. I just don't think it's going to go on a mega run, but it is at all-time high territory. So, you know, if it does decide to go up, I don't think, you know, there's really anything holding it back. It can go up very quickly. Now, looking at the tokenomics of BNB, guys, this is the number 5 coin. You can actually see my holdings right here. And my wife actually has one BNB herself. And so, yeah, this actually says $312 net cost, guys. It's much lower than this. This is not actually accurate, unfortunately. I would estimate it's low $200 because I started entering all my BNB well after I had bought it, guys. And anyways, doesn't really matter where I bought it, but this is what I hold. It is my largest bag, of course. Now, max supply is 200 million. That is very, very low. So, yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Circulating is only 140 million, and total supply is basically what has, you know, been circulating. They do burn tokens as well, so this is a very good thing. I wish they would get it down to like OKB level, because yeah, OKB shot up like 170% yesterday, guys. Now, of course, the price of BNB is higher because it's related or connected to the biggest exchange in the world. And, you know, if they cut this in half or more, like 60 million, guys, you would really see this more than $2,000 probably. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I work with 10 exchanges here, guys. If you use my links, of course, I do get some small commission. It's very small unless you're a huge trader, guys. I probably won't get but more than a few pennies. Now, if you want to sign up with Moodix and get a free 7-day trial, you can get the link here, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, jumping over to Bitcoin, guys, I had to redo my charts because I lost all my charts today, unfortunately. Anyways, I have cleaned them up a bit, so I'm a little bit happy I did lose them. I think they were getting a little cluttered, but we can see, guys, there is 119,500 on a weekly resistance here. So this is not going to be easy to clear. So you can see we spent, what, like 5 weeks battling this. And this is now the 6th week that we are battling this resistance. Now, we did make an all-time high today, but yeah, we do need to clear this, and preferably on a weekly candle time frame. Now, I do have some good news when it comes to the CME gap, guys. We have closed this gap a little bit. Now, you can see it's about $400. I didn't break out a calculator to really calculate it truly, but it's about $400. So, do we need to fill this now? We're not far from it. We can still come down. You know, it's very possible. I would say it's still more likely possible at this point that we do come down and fill it completely. I would probably give it like a 70% chance, though. Zooming in on Ethereum here, guys, you can see we're still above this Fibonacci here. We're only about $30 above it, though. But again, you know, if we look at the daily time frame, we do have a red candle that did come down to retest this Fibonacci. That's actually probably a good thing because we haven't done that yet. Now, We were as far down as 44.51, so that's a good $215 below. So we have seen a significant bounce here. People want Ethereum, it looks like, guys. We do have to get over this resistance here at about 48.15, and the all-time high sits up here at about 48.70, guys. So we're very, very close. But if we can seal a daily candle over this mark, this orange line, that will signal continuation in my book. Now, the total market cap did dip a little bit, guys. You can see it came down to retest 3.92 trillion. It is getting that bounce, but right now it does have a bearish engulfing candle from the previous day. So that's not so good, but we're still just slightly under 4 trillion. We still have about 8 hours and 45 minutes in the day. Now, the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, yeah, we do have a red candle too. We did retest 1.62 trillion. So it does not have a bearish engulfing candle at the moment, though. That is a good thing. It is getting a bounce. So let's see where this ends up tonight. Again, 8 hours and 45 minutes to go. Still some time, guys. Now, jumping over to the Bitcoin monthly returns, we're only about 2.7% up in August at the moment. And this morning, I think we were about 6% or so. Now, the average is 1.82%. So keep in mind, we are well above that still. And yeah, if we look at the quarterly returns of Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys, you know, still, Bitcoin is up about 40% in the last couple of quarters. And yeah, Ethereum, if we calculate this real quick, it's about 120% up. So if you would have taken your Bitcoin and put it in Ethereum in Q2, you would have done very, very well. Now, jumping over to the Bitcoin dominance, guys, this is still one of the best charts we can look at. It is actually going down still. Now, it's at 59.34%. This is what we need. We haven't seen this since way back here in January, basically. So, yeah, we're in territory we haven't seen for 8.5 months, guys, or 8 months. So this is looking very promising. The next support here is 58.61%. Now, USDT dominance is going up, unfortunately. People are selling their crypto and they're keeping USDT right now. I would say that most of these people will probably put their money back in, probably in the next 1, 2, maybe 3 days. They're just waiting to see if we're headed down a little bit more with Bitcoin or Ethereum before they put their money back in, probably. Now, the altcoin season index still sits at 53 at the moment. The liquidation heat map, you can see that longs are getting wrecked right now. Almost 1 billion have been wrecked, though, in the last 24 hours. So that is actually very elevated. And that's because we saw a bad PPI, guys. We'll get into that in a minute. Now, fear and greed, 75 right now. Next update in about 9 hours. The bull market peak indicators, sell at the top, still 0 from 30 have been hit. So it's still 100% hold. Best indicator, Pi cycle top indicator, has not crossed yet. So, you know, there's no reason to panic, guys. Even if you saw it drop a few $1,000s today, this has not even come close to crossing. Now, tomorrow we do have some economic data coming out. We have core retail sales. We have New York Empire State Manufacturing Index. We have retail sales, industrial production. But most importantly, we do have Michigan numbers tomorrow. So let's see how this plays out tomorrow, guys. Maybe this, you know, gets back some of that momentum that we lost if we do see some, you know, good figures here. But yeah, today we did not see any good figures with the PPI. As you can see, 0.9%. They were actually expecting 0.2%, so that's well above expectations, unfortunately. Now, jumping over to MEXC, guys, you can see how just negative this was today, so that's pretty bad. A 0.2775 negative. That is actually terrible. Anyways, the sentiment is still risk on for now, but that trend is growing, and we do have to see what happens with the economic data tomorrow. Now, if we look at crypto bubbles, guys, it's not looking so great. There are a few bubbles that are still green, of course. But anyways, I do think this will come back later today. If you want to stake your BNB, guys, just go to Coinondo here and type in BNB, for example. And there's 33 deals that you can find here. And be careful, don't just blindly send your coins around, and do your homework, guys. Anyways, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, use some of those links down below, guys, and help me out. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. We're over 1,500 subscribers now, and I really thank you. And guys, I will see you in the next one.